necessarily mean you got to be up on orbit to do it. Somebody's got to be up on orbit. Somebody's got to be in space, or at least have derived something that was at one time on orbit. But the truth of the matter is that the aerospace community is now, in our view, roughly equivalent to where the computer and information technology industry was back in the 1950s and the 60s. It's still the province of a stovepipe of highly educated individuals who know how to do rocket science, but more and more every day the work that comes out of those labs and those agencies and those companies is finding their way into other industries. You have space technology now accelerating research and development capabilities in renewable energy and sustainability. Same thing in biomedical, photonics, nanotechnology, material sciences. In other words, it's a vertical stovepipe that, like IT and computers and software, is now starting to cross-cut and go vertical, go horizontal rather. And with that, I think you're going to see more and more and more opportunities for economic prosperity, job creation, job growth within communities, and new companies growing, and not necessarily in the hundreds of millions and billions of dollar category, but actually your garage and dorm room geniuses day to day to day are having increasing access to the benefits and the productivity offered by space and space technology. Let me give you an example. You know, right now they're in these devices called iPhones. It's a good example. You know, what you have here is the GPS element in here, and you can figure out where the nearest Starbucks or grocery store or pharmacy is simply by using an application in here, which is tied to a constellation of satellites that tell you, they locate where you are and tell you how to get to where you need to be. And yet, you know, looking at this is not space technology to everyday people. What it is GPS, geographical information systems, integrated together and then put together in a little handheld device, informing and improving, for in many cases, our everyday life. But even less compelling and sexy than that is what a lot of people have in their hip pocket, and that is credit card. Okay? On the back of the credit card is a magnetic strip. Say that you go to pump gas, and you put that card in there, you pull it out, and when you do that, the information on the magnetic strip goes to somebody who owns bandwidth on a telecommunications satellite that bounces your information off that satellite to, say, New York City. They say, yup, John Wren pays his credit card, let him pump gas, and that signal comes back down across that satellite and to that gas pump, and all of a sudden says, lift the nozzle and let's go. The truth of the matter is that that would not have been possible without space technology and its integration in everyday life. Finally, a point to be made, we're starting to see, you don't have to take my word for this, all of this technology development and growth in terrestrial applications is now coming from the corporate sector. Even actual space operations are more and more being accomplished by companies rather than by government. What started as a large government investment is now paying dividends, peace dividends, if you will, out in the larger marketplace. And you're seeing a shift from government funding business models to business models that look a little bit more familiar to most of us, business models that take advantage of equity and debt financing in the capital markets. So with that, I would say, really, at the end of the day, startup business in aerospace is really no different than a startup business in any other place. You've got to have your 4 constituencies within a 45-minute commute, and you have to go do your homework and keep your eyes open for opportunities, not only in terms of technology, but also in terms of the market.
And who are you, and how do we get in touch with you?
My name is Burke Fort. I'm the director of the 8th Continent Project at the Colorado School of Mines. The web URL is 8cproject.com, and you go there, you'll see our programs, and you'll see how to get in touch with me personally and the people who work with me.
Okay, well, we're going to ask some questions on the audio tape now, and I'm hoping that the people that watch the video will go to Denver Startup Forum. It's denverstartupforum.ning.com, and we'll continue the discussion there, and hope you'll burn a CD and listen to it in your car and pass it on to a friend. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.